Welcome back for another game. This is game 2 of match 4 of the recent Santa Clara Game Kastle Netrunner tournament. So we have Andromeda on the left, and I'm playing NBN on the right. And looks like Andromeda is probably keeping. So I'm really hoping to get a sweep here. That's the dream card, and I don't have it with this. And in addition, I think the problem with this hand is I can't afford to res all the ice, and I don't think all the ice is going to keep him out. I think there's an Inazuma in there, which I really like, but not good in this situation. And then a Jackson Howard, a SanSan, and then a couple other ice. I couldn't quite tell, but I think they're not ice that I want to keep here. And it looks like Andromeda is also mulligan. So I'm really hoping to get one of my 3 sweeps here. If I could get a couple sweeps I am totally happy to put some sort of end the run ice. Like something like a Caduceus would be great, and then sweeps twice. Just get all the money. So it looks like Andromeda just drew a lot of cards. Got an inside job. Okay, so I got a closed accounts, Astro Script, a toll booth, and a data raven, and then a couple other. I think that that might be Caduceus. So I think that's a Caduceus over HQ. So still hoping to get that sweep. Got to restructure. Didn't manage to get it though. And I put the data raven over R&D. So if he runs R&D, I'm probably going to let him through. The Caduceus I would res though. Looks like he also has a, yeah, that's definitely a data sucker there. I think there's a Katie Jones in his hand. There's the data sucker out. Third click going HQ. So I really value my money, so I usually pump. Don't like that he's going to get a data sucker token out of this. He has 4 money here, so I think I could leave it at a trace 4. I wanted to guarantee it though. Well, I mean, I think a trace 4 on that would have hit, and then I could have cost him another money to get through for the data sucker. So that probably would have been the better play there. But I really, he got that Astro Script, the only agenda in hand. It's gonna happen. I think there was 4 cards in hand at that point. And he puts down Katie Jones and clicks it as his last click. Something's wrong there, because he played down same old thing. He put down data sucker. He ran. And then he installed, yeah, there was an extra click there, I think. Unless I'm missing something. So I just put down I believe that's the SanSan. And I gotta just, the state of my economy right now, I just gotta slowly click up credits until I could fire off the restructuring. Run on R&D, and this is awkward because I don't really want to res this, but I think I kind of need to. He does have a Katie Jones on the table, so he's not going to want to take tags. So yeah, he just jacks out immediately. So he's not able to trash it. He knows about it though. The SanSan in this deck, I'm not totally interested in scoring off of it, especially when he's taken an Astro Script. I only have 1 more Astro Script in there, so. I more want them to trash the SanSan, because it's very expensive to trash. But if I could score, if I was in a situation where like I was at 4 points and I could use that to score out the last couple, like I score SanSan off that and then Beal off of the Astro, then there's cases where it's useful. But so he just dirty laundries into archives, it looks like, or maybe into the sand. In either case, it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I think it was archives because he wanted another data sucker token. Okay, something got a little weird there. The video just paused on me, so This might be a little bit out of sync now, but we'll roll with it.
I'll take 3 credits.
All right, so just drew up the Ouroboros. This card, I'm not so sure about. I used to like it a lot, but I'm just finding that there's a lot of cases now where I don't res it. I'm not sure what would be a better fit though. Toll Booth is a little bit too expensive.
Run on the SanSan and kill it.
So I'm getting closer to the restructure. So he runs in and kills the SanSan. He's does that because there's a chance I might have an Astro in hand, and he wants to prevent me from just scoring that out on this next turn. Okay, so I drew another restructure, so now I have money.
I will install.
And it's too tempting not to just restructure right away again.
And I am done.
But I don't. So I put... I'm not sure what that was. That might have been the Toll Booth, just a, like, siphon defense.
Going to special order, Mimic.
So he takes the money off Katie. First click, second click, going to get something. He's going to get a Mimic. So yeah, it looks like he is targeting HQ, especially now that I have all that money.
Come on.
So click 3, we might see an install here.
There. And then I'm going to play the Mimic.
Okay. I'll take the mandatory draw.
Yeah, installs it out. We'll probably see... Oh, so he's out of clicks. I thought he had one more click. Okay, so that got me a little bit worried here. I should be worried because he's 1 knight away from siphoning me.
Third click there.
I think I want to fire off that restructure. If that is a Toll Booth, I think I need to fire off the restructure. I decide not to. Yeah. That Mimic can't get through the Data Raven. Oh no, yeah, he has the Data Suckers, so that probably was a good play still.
Ouch. Alright, that was 3.
So he's just yeah. I probably could have not res that there. Maybe would have been a better play, because then it would cost him 2 credits to get in. He'd get a Data Sucker token. I'm not sure if I had any agenda in hand at that time. But Toll Booth does make him lose money, so I'm just looking at what he could same old thing at this point. I don't think there's anything really juicy in there. I'm not sure about that Toll Booth res. That might not have been the best play there. So he runs archives for the 3rd click. I am really low on money now, so I res the Eli, and he just loads up Katie there. So I just spent all my money. Okay, perfect. Sweep Sweek. So I sweep Sweek and get 4 money.
I will install there.
That helps a little bit. Get the Eli money back.
Contacts for 5. Professional contacts.
So he's invested in Procon.
Professional contacts.
So at this point, what I'm really trying to do is get a mid-season and get an NAPD in hand. And then it's just a matter of timing it so that I could load the mid-seasons.
Oh, I think that was your clicks, because you installed and then you did this.
So yeah, he's all done.
I will take mandatory draw.
So I have another restructure in hand. The goal at this point is to get up to that restructure so I could trigger it off. Which if I had a hedge fund, that would be perfect. Don't think I do. So just draw the fast track. Not really useful now. I would probably... There's an NAPD. So I'm not sure if I have a mid-season in hand yet, but that's the key here. I could... if I do, I could put this down and probably land a good amount of tags. I'd like to have more money before I did that, though.
I will take the money.
So put the NAPD down. Yeah, don't even advance it. Not really interested in scoring the NAPD out. Alright, so he has an R&D interface in hand. He may have, I don't know when he drew the NAP or that interface, he might have just drawn it recently, but he might have been planning more of a R&D lock when he put down that mimic earlier, before I put the other ice out there. So he's pro-conning up. It gets a hostage. He's a Crypsis and emergency shutdown. He has a siphon in hand and a legwork. So he has enough money now to. And this is his third click, I believe. And so we're gonna see if he's gonna steal it. Grabs it.
I will take the mandatory draw.
All right. So he takes the money off case. So now he's effectively at link 5 with Andromeda and the money. So I could effectively land a total of 10. Well, I could do a strength 10, which would land 5 tags if I invested all my money in it. And he very well might just spend all his money to avoid. Okay, I do another SanSan. So just triggering off the mid-season. So he's trying to decide if he wants to spend his money now, and he's gonna have 3 tags even if he spends them. So he knows that his pro-con is gonna be tagged with his pro-con no matter what. So he's figuring I'll just take all the tags.
I'll kill Proton.
And I have 2 money left, and that pro-con is pretty tempting. Yeah, so I kill the pro-con.
Alright, all done.
And I believe, yeah, so he should have 7 tags right now.
So,
Wait, are these your tags here?
yeah, I should have 7, but I don't actually have enough tag markers.
Oh, put like money next to it or something.
Yeah, like tag and
Here, yeah, put these right here. That's fine. Just do that.
Okay.
And then
So yeah, this deck is very. I need to make sure that tags are tracked properly with this deck because there's a big difference between like 7 and 6 tags
Alright, here's what we're gonna do.
for my ability to win.
Side job for 2.
So the tokens on his ID card just represent the number of tags he has because he doesn't actually have enough tag tokens.
No, just the one. Game 3.
Okay, yeah, it's, you have like trace 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he I think he inside jobbed with the same old thing into HQ, and he's
It's a cool combo. I'm sorry.
he let. I think in order to make that work, he let me have 3 money. Oh yeah, I see what he's doing. So he's probably gonna go in and siphon the 3 money away.
Psycho. Alright, well, I shut down the
And he's so excited about this combo they skip in this card access and there's the psychographics. Yeah, so he emergency shut down the 3rd click and then 4th click he's gonna siphon and he's gonna let the trace 3 hit so he gets all his money out of that. So yeah, this is a. So I can't res the toll booth. He lets me have 3 money. And so he just took 5 money from me because he lets the Caduceus trigger. I don't bump it, doesn't matter. He breaks end to run on the Caduceus, and so he gets 10 money. I lose 5, and I keep 1. And he gets a couple more data sucker tokens too off that. I'm not sure if that happened, but so yeah, he was able to manipulate the server there. So I had to close accounts in hand though, so I didn't. Yes, I put something. I think that's just the SanSan I put down on the table. I'm starting to get to the point where I think my hand's starting to get clogged up a little bit. Although he's all in with tags, so
I don't even bother. Another tag, why not?
yeah. Now that Data Raven's a big liability here, so he's just gonna let all this. Let these tags pile on, more tags. So he sees a restructure, which is not the economy card I want to see right now. So I mean, I'm glad to have it. I'm not ungrateful, but it's, yeah, I need 9 more credits before that's realistic. So he's at 9 tags and a 10th on the Data Raven. So the magic number here is like 12 or 13. 12 or 13 tags, and that's when fun things start to happen.
So take a tag, and I'll put this stuff couldn't matter, and I'll show you cards.
So I'm just letting him in at this point. He's getting his data suckers. And he's seeing he's getting a free access, but I'm happy to get the Data Raven power tokens. So okay, So he wanted to trash it, but he did not have enough. So maybe he'll go in there later. And at this point in the game, with all these tags, I do not care about the SanSan. It's just not something I'm never going to res, basically. Because I want to score out a market research or a Beal. And so we are at 11 tags now with the Data Raven. Oh no, more than that. We're at 13 because yeah. So now I have enough. 13 is all I really need. Any more at this point. So he does score a market research. Put him at 6 points. I cannot let him score another agenda. And I am close to restructure. And he's running it in there again. So now lend him in is super risky. So I have to spend some of my money, slowing me down to at least make it more expensive for him to get in. So he's getting into HQ. I cannot res the toll booth, so he paid the 2 on the... He's going to get a card. I think I do have a Beal in there. But he sees the psychographics, so I think it's like 1 Beal. Okay, so that Eli definitely... Okay, there's a Beal, if I didn't have one already. I might have to stash some agendas down in archives, because he's probably going to want to get in. He might still click through Eli, just look at the top card of R&D. He's so close to winning. And I'm still a lot of credits away from triggering the midseason. So that might be an agenda I just discarded. I have... Oh, it looks like I have a couple Beals in there. Alright, so he just sees a sweepstakes. That's perfect. So he's out of clicks, and I think he's full of cards, and there's a sweepstakes. Yeah, so I get 3 credits out of the sweepstakes, which lets me restructure. Yeah, that's only 11. So if I had 2 more credits, I think I could just finish out the game right now. I'll restructure, and then I just have to hope that R&D doesn't give out an agenda. I could technically res the toll booth to keep him out of HQ. Although that really is less desirable.
Third click, I will take a money.
1 click left. I'm just trying to decide the best play here. If I have to res a toll booth, might as well have a little bit more money for later.
And here's the first card. Second.
So he's going to see 2 cards now. I just got it lucky. Data Raven and a psychographics. So I got lucky. And I am at 16 money. So that was really stressful right there. So I install a Beal. Psychographics. I just do all the money. All I need is 13, but he definitely has he has like, yeah.
Oh no, is this what I think it is? No!
So yeah, all I need is 13. 13 is enough for the win. So there's the Beal for the win. That happens somewhat consistently with this deck, you know? Like Beal's an all-star card for this deck. I need to get something like 4 points on a Beal to win pretty often. And these games always come down to you know, like the runner having 5 or, well, I guess usually like 4 or 6 points. It's always really close, but it's able to consistently win. It's always tense games. So yeah, I was able to win with the Beal at the end there. I think he probably would have won on the next turn with an R&D lock like that. So it worked out. A little bit of luck there. And tags, they are not something you want as a runner, because psychographics and Beal are an amazing combo that will just win you games from 0 points, apparently. Alright, thanks for watching. I have 1 more match coming soon, the final match, and I've lost 1 game on the day so far with 2 more games left, so let's see how I do, and thanks again for watching.